Hi, my name is Janelle. I am a registered dietitian with FLIK Independent School Dining. I work at Pinecrest School. The reason why I'm here today with you all virtually is because the month of March was National Nutrition Month, and I had some fun activities planned for you guys at the two different schools that I didn't get a chance to do because of all of the craziness we have going on in the world right now with schools being closed. So I wanted to bring that to you guys virtually. So what we're going to be talking about today is added sugars, and I have different beverages here, and I've displayed the amount of added sugar. Before we go through the demonstration together, it's important for you to understand what added sugar is. So added sugar is just the way that it sounds. It's sugar that's been added to different foods or beverages, usually to make it taste sweeter. Okay, so it's not naturally found in the item. So for example, something like tea, that naturally doesn't have any sugar in it. However, you can choose to add sugar to your tea and you now have sweet tea. Versus something like juice, if it's 100% juice, or just regular milk with no chocolate or anything like that added, right? That is all natural sugar, and it does not have any sugar that has been added to it. It's important to keep in mind that if we are consuming a lot of foods and beverages with added sugar very often, it's something that's not particularly good for our health. Foods and beverages with a lot of added sugar don't do anything great for us. They don't have a high amount of nutrition. They also can provide inconsistent energy to our bodies. So when I say that, kind of maybe think about a time where maybe you drank a lot of soda or you ate a lot of candy and you felt really energetic for a period of time and then you kind of crashed. Right? So that's not consistent energy that's being provided to our bodies. I'm going to go through a demonstration and show you the amount of added sugar that's in different beverages. Okay, so we're going to start with the beverage that I have here today that has the highest amount of added sugar, which will be Coca-Cola. Okay, so this bottle of Coca-Cola has about 65 grams of sugar. So if we were to look at the food label together, which it's probably hard for you guys to see, but I'm going to show you anyways. If we look at the food label together, it has about 65 grams of added sugar. Okay, I see on here that the second ingredient is high fructose corn syrup, which is just another word for sugar. So what that tells me is that this beverage contains mostly sugar. So I'm going to show you guys how much sugar that is. Okay, so one bottle of Coca-Cola contains this much sugar. Okay, the next thing on our list is Red Bull. Okay, so aside from the fact that Red Bull is not the best choice for you related to the high amount of caffeine that it has in it, it also has a significant amount of added sugar, being 39 grams, which equivocates to 9.75 teaspoons. Okay, so this is our second place. Okay, so the next item that we have is a Starbucks vanilla flavored Frappuccino. I'm sure that you guys have seen these before, okay? So if we turn this around, I know it's really small, these contain about 32 grams of added sugar. If we look at the food label, we also see that the second ingredient on here is sugar, right? So that's another indicator that this beverage contains mostly sugar. That means there's about 8 teaspoons of added sugar in your Starbucks vanilla Frappuccino. Okay, so something that would be similar to this, if you go to Starbucks and you get a latte with 80 shots of vanilla syrup or whatever they use, it might have a similar amount of sugar. Okay, the next thing that's on our list is Gatorade. Okay, this is an organic Gatorade just because that's all that the grocery store had left. You guys know how it's hard to find things that you're looking for at the grocery store right now. However, organic or not, the amount of added sugar is actually very similar. So if we turn this label over, okay, we see that the amount of added sugar in this specific Gatorade is 29 grams. Okay, and then if we look at the ingredients, the second ingredient is sugar. So again, that tells us that this beverage consists mostly of added sugar. Now, an exception is Gatorade, okay? If you are exercising for greater than 60 minutes and you are sweating a lot, you are working really hard, Gatorade can be a good electrolyte replacement for you. Okay, the next one that we have is vitamin water. Okay, vitamin water, this one really surprises people a lot. So 1 bottle of vitamin water has about 26 grams of added sugar. Okay, and same thing with this one. The second ingredient is fructose, which that's just another word for sugar. So this one kind of confuses you with the word vitamin. You might think that this is something that's really healthy for your body, but again, it's a beverage that contains mostly sugar, and then they put a few vitamins in there for you. Okay, the last item that I have today is an Honest tea. It's half sweet tea and half lemonade. So this is probably similar to like an Arnold Palmer or something like that, if you all have ever heard of those. So if we flip around the Honest tea and we're looking at the nutrition label together, we see that the second ingredient on our list here is sugar. Okay, so what that tells us is, again, this consists mostly of sugar, okay, and that is about 6.25 teaspoons, okay, so it's about this much sugar. All right, so that concludes the beverages that I have today that have added sugar in them, okay? The rest of the things that are on our list today are things that have naturally occurring sugar in it. Okay, so coconut water, this is a Zico coconut water. This is 100% coconut water. So if I look at the ingredients, it doesn't say anything other than coconut water, right? We also can look at the label here and see that it doesn't have any added sugar in it. Okay, so one thing to keep in mind with 100% fruit juices is it's great that they don't have any added sugar. They have lots of vitamins and minerals in it. Definitely not as much fiber if you were consuming the whole fruit. But when we're drinking 100% fruit juice, we still need to be mindful of our portion of the juice. So the next thing that I have here is actually a proper portion of juice. So depending on your age, the portion is 4 to 6 ounces. So this is 6 ounces of juice. Okay, so it doesn't really look like a lot, but again, the whole point is to show you what a proper serving of 100% fruit juice looks like, because a lot of times we fill our glasses all the way up. Okay, the next thing we have here is milk, right? You guys have seen milk that looks like this in your dining hall. Okay, this doesn't have any added sugar in it. Okay, so same thing, if we were to look at the label, we see that it's just milk and some added vitamins. Okay, the last two things that you see here today is we have a fruit infused water. This has lemon, cucumber, and a little bit of mint in it. So this is similar to the waterworks that you guys have at school. So the good thing about this is if maybe you don't like water or it's too flavorless for you, the fruit infused water adds a nice flavor. And then lastly, we have our regular water. Okay, so of course there's no added sugar there. It's important to drink water in order to stay hydrated and to feel good. So these are great options that to be consuming daily. Hopefully our demonstration helped you to kind of be more mindful about the amount of added sugar that's in a lot of beverages that you, your friends, your family may choose to drink. I just want to highlight the importance of consuming those types of beverages in moderation. Okay, so it's not going to be the absolute worst thing in the world if you have a Coke every now and then. And aside from that, it's best to drink good old-fashioned water or fruit-infused water throughout the day to stay hydrated. Thanks for tuning in and listening today. I'll be back next week with another wellness video for you guys. I hope you enjoyed listening and you found this helpful. Bye.